check, check, check. Alright guys, this is Teacher William. I'm starting this series with my favorite book from back in university, New Practical Chinese Reader, Textbook 1. This goes all the way up to level 5. In my personal experience, by level 4, you will be fluent. By level 5, you're going to know more about Chinese than actual Chinese people in China. Around level 3, you'll be able to get around and do stuff. Levels 1 and 2 are all about the basics. I know that doesn't sound very flashy or, like you're going to be a superstar, but 1 to 2 is all about learning the pinyin. It looks to be spelled pinyin. Pinyin is the Chinese. It basically just means the ABCs of Chinese. They have taken their sounds and written them in a new romanization, so just A through Z with a few other small different symbols. So the first 2 books are about the pinyin and the tones. There are 4 tones. We'll get into that in a bit though. A little bit about me. My name's William. I studied this at Purdue University. I got all A's in my Chinese classes, all B's in my Arabic, and C's in my Spanish. You can see where my interest lied, Chinese. I moved to China back in 2013 or 14. I've been here for about 7 years now, and I'm a great teacher. Sometimes I'm teaching up to 300 children a week, and of course I'm not teaching Chinese in China, I teach English. But my Chinese is pretty advanced, and I love it, I'm passionate about it, and I want to help everyone I can. Let me just give myself an introduction real quick so you know I'm able to speak and that I'm not wasting your time. Alright guys? 大家好，你好，我是威廉老师，我住在中国7年了，我在普渡大学学过了这本书。Let's see， 我想一下，我就是很喜欢给你上课。Alright guys, I just gave it a little introduction, pretty basic off the top of my head, but I know what I'm doing. Alright, and let's go down. If you've got the book at home, you can follow along or just use the computer. Alright, so I'm in PDF page 26. Let's look at the main characters in the text. So this book is kind of childish in a sense. We follow around these characters and they do different scenarios. I think it's really good for learning English though, and Chinese. I think it's really good for learning a foreign language, but it is a little bit childish. Alright, so they've got their English names and also their Chinese names, so we need to learn it. In book 1, you are given the pinyin. Pinyin, like I said earlier, is the romanization letters of the Chinese alphabet. So these ones are pretty simple. This is the Chinese, here's the pinyin, and okay. So this is ding, li, bo, okay? Ding, li, bo. You guys can read English, I'm sure. Alright, over here we've got ma, da, wei, ma, da, wei. Right here we've got a British girl, Lina, Lina. So I'll explain the tones a bit later, but it's good to use your fingers to help out. So let me just give a quick introduction actually. Alright, so the four tones of Chinese are flat tone called first tone. I'm going to use A for example. A, A. That's first tone. Second tone is a rising tone. Ah, ah. Okay, like asking a question. Third tone is a little bit tricky. It's like up and down like this. It's like you start higher. Ah, ah. So it's rising and falling. Fourth tone is relatively simple. It's that downward stroke, the downward motion. Ah, ah. So I'm going to be honest. Tones are something that a lot of people are very adherent about in the beginning, and then once you get more fluent, you kind of not worry about them so much. But for right now, it's very important that you do the tones, okay? Alright, down here, we've got Songhua. Notice my fingers, fourth tone, Songhua. Right here, we've got Wang Xiaoyun. Number 6, Lu Yuping. Chen Lao Shi. Lao Shi means teacher. Teacher. William Lao Shi. Teacher William. Right here we've got Zhang Jiao Shou. Jiao Shou is professor. University versus lower education. And right here we've got Yang Lao Shi, another teacher. So we've got 3 teachers and some students. And like I said, they get into various situations and we accompany them. Alright. So the first lesson, 第一课, lesson 1. Is just super simple. I hope everyone already knows this. If not, don't worry. This is for complete beginners. you'll notice the third tone here, up and down, and the third tone here. There's something called a third tone sandhi, when basically there's 2 3s in a row. The first one becomes the second tone. It's not very important, but basically, if you see 3 and 3, it becomes 2 and 3. There's no other tricky stuff like that, I promise. It's not Spanish. So, 你好, 你好, just means hello. There's a lot of other ways to say hello, and to be honest, that's not really how Chinese people greet themselves, but it's good to learn the basics. Usually they'll say like, 你吃饭了吗? Which means, did you eat today? Or, 你干嘛? What are you doing today? Alright, so let's look here. It's super simple, okay? Alright, let's see. 课文 means text. Text. So, right here, look, we've got the pinyin, the English letters. We've got the tone markers, the down, the up and down, the up, the flat. And of course, we've got the hanzi, characters. Characters. So we have the pinyin letters, tone markers, up, down, blah, 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 and the characters, the Chinese symbols. That will be very hard for you in the beginning, but you'll eventually learn it, I promise. I can read every single thing. Someone sends me a text, I can read every single character. All right, so in the beginning, why don't we just say everything? More practice is better. So we've got 陆玉平, 李波, 你好. So what does that mean? It's simple. We know what it means. Li Bo is a person, and he's saying hello. Hello, Li Bo. Li Bo, 你好. Now, Li Bo replies, 你好, Lu Yuping. Hello, Lu Yuping. Hello, Li Bo. So far, you've learned how to say hello to someone. I know, pretty slow, but you have to start somewhere. So, hello, hello. I would say do that drill like 3 or 4 times. Watch your tones, be very careful. And you can use your finger to cover up the pinyin, the English letters, and just, see the Chinese, the characters now. 李波, 你好. 你好, 吕玉平. All right, let's go down. I think you guys are very smart, and we can continue. All right, right here, I love this. I love this. I love this. I'm a teacher. Whenever I see the new vocabulary words, I feel so excited for my students. Because when I was learning, I always loved new vocabulary. It's literally tools in your arsenal to expand your language. It's great. So, right here, we've got these 4 words. 你. You see the up and down, up and down. Let me just write some notes here. So, again, we've got first tone, which is just like that, flat tone, flat. I'll just shorthand it. We've got second tone, which is just rising tone. We've got third tone, which is rise and falling. And we've got fourth tone, which is falling. Okay? So for right now, these are the most essential things that you need to worry about. These are the most essential you need to worry about. All right, so we've got 你. Again, the fingers. 你. Okay? That means you. 你, you. Okay? And the second word, 好. 好. 好 means good. It's like 好, I'm good. 好. Alright, so 你好 together means you good. You good? How are you? You good? Alright, and we've got the 2 names. Lu Yu Ping. That's a PN, a proper noun. And Li Bo. Li Bo. I should not cover my mouth, sorry. Li Bo. Okay? So, I honestly never liked first tone. I had an ego when I was younger. I was like, oh, that's so girly. I don't want to be like, bo, bo, bo. But you have to do it. So, I've got lots of Chinese friends and acquaintances. The equivalent that they've given it to me is like, if you use the wrong tone, it's equivalent to using the wrong vowel. So, for example, a Chinese person saying, hey, I want to eat some cake. C-A-K-E. That would be like changing the A to an O. Hey, I want to eat some Coke. It's like, what? So again, it sounds 80% similar, but that's quite a large distinction. So you need to be careful with your tones until you're an advanced person like me. All right, so we've got these 4 words that we know. And listen, I would write them. I would write these words. Okay? And I believe later in the book it shows how to write. It's called stroke order. So like 1, 2, 3, or there's other online tools available. All right. Now we're on the second text, okay? It looks like we're doing reading, greetings, how to greet people. So we've got here, 李波, and 李娜. Li Bo and 李娜. So let's read along, okay? Li Bo, Li Na, ni hao ma. Ma is a question mark. It's basically how to ask a question. Ma. And you notice there's no tone. There's something called fifth tone, and that just means no tone. Just no tone. Li Na, 我 means I. 我很好. I am very good. 我很好. Ni ne. So remember, ni means you. Na is what is a reciprocal. Like, I'm good, and you. Na just means and you. Ni ne. How about you? Alright, 李波. Yeah, 很好. This one was so hard for me. Y-E. It's like, yeah. Okay, yeah, 很好. Which means, Lena, how are you? I am very good. And you? Also very good. Okay? And again, I'm not quite sure how many people are going to watch this. If I'm going too quick, tell me. If I'm being too repetitive, tell me. I'm here to help you guys and, just kill some time. I'm here to help people. And if I'm not helping you, I'm wasting everyone's time. So tell me what I'm doing wrong if you feel anything. If I'm doing great, tell me that too, okay? All right. So yeah, these two people are greeting. 你呢? 你好吗? 我很好. 你呢? 也很好. Okay? And again, it sounds kind of formulaic or textbook, but it is. So you just got to learn it. Eventually, you'll be able to tack on little things until you're very native and fluent. Okay? So, all right, so here we've got the other vocabulary list. Let's take a look. Ma. You'll notice there's no tone markers. It's fifth tone, which means no tone. Ma, whatever, ma. So that's how it's written, and it's a question particle. Interrogative particle. You guys can read. 我 I, me. There's really no difference between I and me in Chinese. So like my mom gave me a gift, I gave my mom a gift. There's no I and me in Chinese. It's just 我 Okay? All right, 很. This kind of sounds like honey. 很. And the tones, okay? 很. All right, na is the it's for elliptical questions. I'm good, and you? Yeah, I ate, and you? Okay. Lina, we already know her. Okay. So yeah, just pay attention to these. These are the foundations. If I speak Chinese right now to one of my students' parents, I'm going to use these words. These are foundational, important words. All right, great. Let's go down to part 2. And we're down to the notes. So, 你好 just means, hey, how do you do? I'm not going to read the English, guys, okay? You guys can take a look at that. 你好吗? How are you? So, 你好吗? 你呢? 3, 你呢? I'm good. And you? 我很好. Okay? Sorry. Yeah, 很好. I am fine, too. Okay? Yeah, also. All right, great. Now, guys, this is something that's going to be really important for you guys. If you think my pronunciation is not great, I understand that. You can clearly see I am not from China. So I'm here to instill the learning in a Western sense that you guys will understand. And I'm going to cut through all the nonsense. I'm going to cut through all the harder... I'm just going to call it nonsense. I'm going to cut through the nonsense that a native speaker would tell you, the stuff that really doesn't matter for getting you out the door and learning the language. Like when I was learning Arabic, they were such grammar hounds. Like you had to be perfect. You had to have perfect grammar. I finally went to the Arab world and everyone was laughing at me for having great grammar. And I was like, I've wasted a lot of time. So I'm all about getting your point across. If you're only 80% understandable, but people get you, that's what's most important. All right, so right here, guys, this is initials. Mu yin. Initials are basically consonants. They're like the hard sound. They're the consonant sounds, okay? Not a vowel. So, bo, mo, na, nuo. What is that, L? Oh, luo and he. Okay? Now, these are the harder parts. These are the finals. These are the finals, which are equivalent to the vowels in English. A, E, I, O, U, sometimes Y. So, guys, this is important. I know it's embarrassing. Look at my mouth, though. You kind of have to. Ma. I'm going to be tacking on a M to all of these, okay? So we've got M-A, M-O, M-E, M-I, M-U, M-U with the dots, commonly written as a V, okay? And let's just take a look at those right now, okay? So, ma, I'm going to be using first tone for these. Or, yeah, just first tone. Ma, mo. The O is quite different from English, so pay special attention to the O, okay? A lot of people screw this up. Moi, okay? Ma. The E makes an sound. Umbrella. Ma. The I makes an E. Pretty simple. Ma-e, me. The U, not the V. Remember, the V is the U with the two dots. The U makes a ma-oo, ma-oo, moo, just like a cow. And this one, I'm probably not going to say 100% right. It's hard for non-native speakers. Basically, it's an oo with a smaller mouth. Moo, no. So oo, moo. Here, I'm going to do the U and the V, U, okay? Moo. Again, same thing, smaller mouth. It sounds hard, but it's not terrible, okay? All right, let's go on. We've got the A-O. I'm just going to do M-A-O. E-N, M-E-N. I-E, M-I-E. That one gave me trouble for a really long time. That was hard for me for years. I-N-G, M-I-N-G, and M-U-O. None of these are too hard except for the I-E. But again, everyone's different, so you're going to have your own problems. But this was my problem. So we're looking here now, okay? All right, ready? Ma-ow. So A-O makes an ow. Ow. You hit your elbow on the table. Ow. Ma-ow. This is like Mao Zedong, the chairman Mao. Mao. E-N is pretty simple. Un. Ma-un. Remember, it makes a U sound. Mun. Never say men. Lots of foreigners do this in China. Men. No, it's not men. It's un. Mun. I-E, I'm going to say this 80% right. This is my hard one. Ia. Like IKEA. Ia. Nia. Ia. I-N is pretty easy. In. Ma-in. Mean. I-N-G is really easy. It's kind of English sounding. Ma-ing. Ming. Ping. Ming. Yeah, just an ing sound, okay? And U-O, a little hard probably for you guys at the beginning. Or sound, okay? This is a little hard. So the D, sorry, I said I was going to use M, right? More. So take a look here. More. The reason I did the D was because that's a pretty common word in Chinese. Duo means mini. Duo. Okay, so that's where I just initially went to. All right, great. So drill these sounds a lot. Feel free to rewind and listen to me. Feel free to listen to a native speaker if that's going to help you better. But these are important. I neglected these back in the day. I was all about learning the vocabulary. I wanted to have a big vocabulary. I should have focused more on this. I eventually caught up, though. So right here, great, we've got some spelling. Pinyin. That's what I told you earlier, guys. Let me write that over here. Pinyin. Here's the Chinese. Pinyin. All right. So yeah, pinyin is just the spelling. So right here, these are all first tones. Let's do it together, okay? Ba. Let me make this bigger temporarily so you can see me. Ba. Just my fingers. Follow along. Bo. Bi. Boo. Bean. So the IN is kind of a tight mouth. Ba-in, bean, bing. All the A is easy. Pa, por. The O is quite different from English, okay? Por, pi, Oh, sorry. That was third tone. P, pu, ping, ping. Down here, ma, mo, mi, mu. This is terrible for me. I told you guys earlier, I don't like first tone. It sounds ridiculous. All right. Na, na. I'm doing third tone all the time. Na, nia, nia. La, lia, luo, he. So the E makes the sound. He. Ow, ao, ow, how. Huo, the uo here. Mo, duo, huo. All right, great. And right here we've got the 4 tones. The 4 tones. Again, feel free to go listen to a native speaker. Listen to me if you like what you're hearing so far. I'm gonna cover up the names because those are pretty simple. Let's just look at the words. Fingers, okay? Ni. How. In case you got lost, we're right here on the hows. Right now we're on the lees. Li. Bo. Lin. Na. Lu. YU is kind of hard for a lot of people. It's like a U. It's not like a ya, u, you. It's like a u. It's like ew. I'm not doing it 100% right. You. People understand me when I do it though, okay? Ping. Wo. So guys, you'll notice here, this is the column for the second tones. There's no W-O second tone. So that just means it doesn't exist in the language. Same with the ping. There's no ping third tone, no ping fourth tone. Wo. Remember, not hin. It's never hin. It's never min. On. Hun. Like, hey, hun, can I get some cola? Hun. Yeah. All right, great. And down here, we've got some good old-fashioned discrimination. Sound discrimination. I'm not going to do this part. Basically, you're just trying to distinguish the different sounds here, okay? You guys can listen to this. That's on the CD or on bridge on yellow material on yellow bridge. So tone discrimination. This is basically made for the teacher to say. So you would have your pencil in class, and you'd have your book. I would say, number 1, guys, ba, and you would circle it, okay? We might as well try it, okay? Sure, get your pencil, or just circle it with your imagination. All right, guys, number 1 right here. Circle what I say. Ba. 2, over here. Nu. Notice the small mouth. What is the small mouth sound? Who. Ha, who. All right, number 4 down here. Bing. There's no G sound. Bing. Bean. Okay. Pia. Huo. That means fire. All right, and tone discrimination. I'll do that again. Okay, so circle which one you think I'm saying. Ma. First tone. Mu. Fourth tone. E. First tone. Yeah. Fourth tone. We're down here with the Li. Li. Third tone. And down here, mun. Fourth tone, okay? All right, this is what I mentioned earlier about the third tone sandhi. I never knew what a sandhi actually was. I was, always I wasn't never dozing off in class, but sometimes I would just not pay attention for a moment and be like, wait, what did I miss? So third tone sandhi is just exactly what it is. Maybe I didn't understand it because it wasn't actually a word that I knew. So again, when there's 2 3s in a row, the first 3 becomes a 2. So it's not ni hao, That would just take forever. 你好. Second one, 很好. Yeah, 好. So again, the third one truncates into a second one. All right. So down here we've got the part 6, which is just these expressions. These are important expressions. Key sentences. 1, 你好, 你好. Okay. 你好吗? How are you? Sorry, I'm going a bit too hard, guys. Sorry. 你好 means like hey, hey. Adding the ma is basically their question mark. 你好, 你好吗? How are you? 我很好. 你呢? I'm very good. 你 means you. 你我你呢 and you. The na is for saying you and you. All right, and number 4. 也很好. Also very good. Okay? These ones I never did in class. Let's see. It says you're supposed to complete the following dialogue. So right here, guys, you'll notice you're supposed to complete it with the pinyin, the letters, the English letters. So in book 2, your teacher expects you to actually be able to write Chinese. And guys, as advanced as I got with the speaking, listening, on my phone writing, on my phone reading, I actually never got good at writing. I personally considered it a waste of time for non-native speakers. It's going to take you a good 4 years of daily practice to be able to write like an actual Chinese, and probably longer than that. So in this digital age, on your phone, you change the Chinese keyboard. Here, look over here. You would switch to Chinese keyboard, and if I want to say ni hao, it's like, okay, that's number 1, number 2, number 3. I'm able to remember what it looks like from the book. You press 1, and it changes that hao. Okay? So in my personal experience, no reason to learn how to write, but everyone is different. So you would see these two people greeting each other. A, ni hao. B, ni hao ma. Okay, so I'll let you guys do this, okay? You guys can have some homework. So make a conversation dialogue. I'm probably going to, all right, right here, greetings. So basically fill in the blank. Someone, Ma Li, says, ni hao ma. What would Lu Yi say in that situation? You can use what we learned up there. Just go back in the video. What would you say if someone said, ni hao ma, how are you? What would you say? I would say, 我很好, 你呢? And then Ma Li replies, 我也很好. I'm also very good. Okay? All right. Again, right here, this is more for a classroom setup, but situational dialogue. You run into your Chinese friend whom you haven't seen in a long time. What will you say to him or her? At this point, you can really only say, how are you? I'm good. Me too. You would obviously say a lot more if you hadn't seen them in quite a while. So let's just move on so you can get to that advanced level. All right, down here, 5 is 语音 phonetics. Okay? You guys can take a look at all this in your time. Just pause it right now and read. But again, it's just the sounds. Pa, bo, na, no, things like that. This is probably really useful. I would take a look, okay? All right, tones, the really hard part of Chinese. Guys, let me say something great about Chinese. Chinese has no past tense. In Spanish class and Arabic class, all the conjugation for past tense, all the gender conjugation, Chinese has no gender conjugation and no past tense conjugation. It is, in my experience, the easiest hard language to learn. So let's look at the only hard part, actually, okay? We've got the tone markers. Remember, number 1, ba, 2, ba, 3, ba, 4, ba. Okay? And guys, it's goofy, but use your fingers, okay? Ba, 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 ba. All right. So the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. You guys need to get familiar with these. Pretty simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, cool. This is talking more about the third tone sandhi. So this is what I meant by I will teach you from a Western perspective. There's no point in going into like what a third tone sandhi is, the history of it, all of that. It's basically 3, 3, drop the first 3 to 2. So I just wish my teacher would have been like this back in college. I would have been at a higher level sooner. Spelling rules. Spelling is super simple in Chinese. Like, I once asked my teacher, why don't we have a spelling bee? Like, everyone from America here is going to know what a spelling bee is. And they were like, there's no need for spelling bees in Spanish. It's a simple, every sound is linked to a letter. Because, guys, you know English is kind of a hodgepodge of languages. It's like from Latin, German, French, Italian, all those different things. So English is not really a language in itself. It's like a Frankenstein-type monster. All right, let's look at some grammar. This is pretty simple in the very beginning. We've just got subject, you, ni, me, 我, noun, proper noun, 李波. Okay, the predicate is good, very good, also very good. I really don't mess with grammar in Chinese. It's not necessary. And we've got these characters. This is pretty interesting. Let me get a moment on this. So there's lots of, if you're artistic at all, this is going to entertain you a lot. I'm not too artistic. I'm more of a Spartan kind of person. Just give me the bare essentials and I'm happy with it. But Chinese is a very, very beautiful language. So they've got something that they use in Taiwan and Hong Kong called traditional script. And in communist China, mainland China, they've got what is called simplified. Okay? Or, yeah, simplified characters. So as you can see, here's the regular script, meaning traditional script. Here's the simplified script. It doesn't look a world of difference, but there's at least 3 or 4 different strokes that you must make in this that you do not make in this. And most of the Chinese characters come from something in nature. So this is really interesting if you're into that. Take a look at a video or get a book on that. All right. I'm just trying to get down to part 2 now so I can help you guys out. All right, beginning strips. All right, what is this? Basic strokes of Chinese characters. This I'm not going to get into. This is about handwriting, and I don't mess with handwriting. Even with my English, like you're supposed to write from up to down, I just do my own way. I do what makes it better for myself. All right, and it's just saying here why Chinese is so important. Which it is. It is a great global language to know. Definitely beats Spanish. I would say probably Chinese and Arabic are the most important languages to learn. Because you have to ask yourself, like, why don't I learn French? Most people who speak French already speak English. Like, there's billionaires in China that don't speak English. There's university professors in China that don't speak English. Like, that's not very high in China. So if you speak Chinese, you're going to open a lot of doors that other people cannot open. All right? All right, cool. We finally are down to lesson 2. All right. So the title here is ni. I'll put my finger over here. Ni mang ma. Like mang is a new one. We don't know that yet. Mang means busy. Busy. M-A-N-G. Ma-ang. Second tone. Ma-ang. Mang. You busy? There's no R in Chinese, okay? Are you busy? Are you busy? All right, so we've got Lena, Lu Yuping, and just those 2 people. So try to understand the situation in your head. All right, let's go. Lena, Lu Yuping, 你好吗? Lu Yuping, 我很好. 你爸爸妈妈好吗? All right, so you guys can guess, what do you think Baba and Mama mean? Yes, you're right. It means mom and dad. All right? So, let's take a look. 丽娜他们都很好。你忙吗？吕玉萍我不忙。你男朋友吗？你男朋友呢？丽娜她很忙。So guys, a lot is happening here. This is where I started to get tripped up back in college. Because I think from the first part to the second part, this is quite a big jump. But let's tackle it, okay? So let me just say in English what's happening. Lena says, 吕玉萍, 你好吗? How are you? 吕玉萍 says, 我很好. I'm very good. 很 is new. 很 means very. Very. 我好. I'm okay. 我很好. I'm very okay. I'm very good. 你 means you. 爸爸 means daddy. You, dad. Mom, 你爸爸妈妈好吗? That just means your mom and dad, are they good? That's not a weird question to ask in Chinese. It's just like, how's your family doing? How are the elderly in your family? How's your kids? How's your parents? Are they okay? That's very normal. It basically means like hello. And it's respectful. It's nice. All right, 李娜他们 English. Now she's saying 他们. This is where it gets a little more complex. 他 means you. We've learned that. Oh, sorry. 他 means he or her. And in Chinese, let me write over here. In Chinese, we've got this one, 他. Oops, what is that? We've got 他, this one, 2. And we've got 他, also 2. It changes upon which one you use. So we've got 他 and 他 here. Let me get this. All right, so we've got 他 and 他. This 他is actually for a guy. They're both TA and first tone. Let me change back to English. They're both TA and first tone. Ta, ta. So this ta means he and him. This ta is also ta, TA1. That means she and her. Okay? So ta, back to the book. 他们都很好. Mun means plural. So ta means he or she. Mun, he, plural. They, ta mun. Okay, let me write that too. Ta mun. That just means they. And this is where Chinese is like a little sexist. I'm joking. But you can see this one is ta, meaning he. Because there's even one guy in the situation, if you have like 5 friends, 4 girls, 1 guy, you would say ta mun with the he. You can change it if you like, if you're into that, but that's how it's supposed to be done. So your mom and dad would just be ta mun with this boy ta. Boy ta, girl ta is how I call it. All right, so do means all. So they all are very good. 你忙吗? Mang is a new one. 你 means you. Ma is a question. Mang means busy. 你忙吗? 你忙吗? Are you busy? And to that, Liu Yuping says, 我不. This one's very important, guys. You learned how to say no. This is one of the few words I actually know how to write, just because it's so simple. Bu, 4th tone. Bu, like a ghost. Bu, a little different. Bu. 我不忙. I'm not busy. 你忙吗? 我不忙. I'm not busy. 你男朋友呢? Alright, so let me do some writing now. Take a look. So we've got the word nan, N-A-N, nan. And that is what tone? 2nd tone, okay? So nan, N-A-N, 2nd tone. That just means male, boy, okay? I always like to teach the opposites as well. In V, the small one, you see the double dot, is girl. That is new. Okay, and that means she. And again, I'm not great with tones. I think it's 3rd tone. Nu. Okay, so he, she, male, female. Oh, another new word, guys. 朋友. Kind of a nice word to know. 朋友means friend. Okay, like 你好, 朋友, like hello, friend. So 你, try to figure it out for yourself right now. 你男朋友呢? Your boyfriend. 我不忙. I'm not busy. 你男朋友吗? Is your boyfriend busy? 你呢? 他. What does ta mean? Ta, he. He, very busy. He's very busy. 他很忙. 我不忙.他很忙. Okay? Cool, guys? So, why is he asking about the boyfriend? Is he trying to get with her? We don't know. Alright, so let's look at some new words. And like I said earlier, there are quite a lot of new words. I'm going to make this smaller just so when I'm writing you guys can see me. Alright, mom. So I'm going to write these all out for you, okay? So, right here, we've got mom. M-A-N-G, 4. You guys, if I'm on a computer, I cannot write the tones like that. And the tones always go over the vowel. You'll notice they're on the vowel. So I'm going to write the Chinese now, mong. And that just means busy, okay? Busy. The second word we've got is ma. That's not a new one. I'm not going to write it. Ma means question mark. Okay? Baba. 4th tone. Super simple. That means dad. I almost don't feel the need to write that. Dad. We've got the word mama. M-A-M-A. Sorry, let me write the English first. Pinyin first. Mama is 1. And of course that means mom. I don't know what I'm doing. Not great with computers. Alright, mom. Alright, what else we have? Ta. So remember, ta means he and her. So ta, 1st tone, T-A. That is actually the girl one, okay? That's the girl one. She. She. You guys know how to spell she. T-A, 1. And look, the Chinese is going to be different this time. This ta means he. Okay? Mun is, let's see, M-E-N, and no tone there. Mun just means the plural form of he or she, so they, okay? Mun, and that's just like the plural, okay? Alright, what else? Do. Do means both. Do, 1, both. Bu. 我不忙. I'm not busy. Nan means male. And Pengyo means friend. Okay? Alright, so the first lesson, perhaps you're thinking, oh my god, this is too slow. This might actually be hard. I would recommend slowing down right now. If you're going to go to lesson 3 right now, I would say don't do it. Do this lesson 2 or 3 times. This is very foundational and very necessary. You must master everything right now. Okay? So, let's look at the next part. Alright, some more words are popping in here. But you'll notice in the beginning, they're using words that are very similar to the English. So, Chinese does have some of those. They're called loan words. Loan words. So, for example, it's easy to think about Spanish and English. They've got a lot of loan words. So, Spanish, telephone, telefono, elephant, elefante, pants, pantalones, things like that, okay? There's just lots and lots of similarities. In Chinese, not so much, but there will be a decent amount. Alright, so look here. The word, 哥哥. This is new. This means brother, big brother. 哥哥, 你要咖啡吗? You guys can guess. What is cafe? It's not like a cafe, like the place. Cafe actually just means coffee. Coffee. Alright? So, 哥哥,你要咖啡吗? 哥哥 means big brother. You want coffee. Here, want is actually a pretty important word. I'm going to write that for you. Y-A-O, 4. And here's the Chinese. Yao. Sorry, that is medicine. Yao. This one. And that means you want something, okay? Want. 我, me. So guys, this is a pretty good chance to practice. This would be good for bumping up your vocabulary about things that interest you. So feel free to go to a dictionary and take a look at some words that you want to learn. You can go outside of this class. Yao, 4th tone. Yao, yao, yao. 我要水. 我要水. I want water, okay? remember 我 means I. 我要我的手机. I want my phone. What else, guys? 我要我的眼睛. I want my glasses, okay? So just practice that. I want, okay? So the brother now, 哥哥 means big brother. 哥哥我要咖啡. I do want coffee. 弟弟. Didi is little brother. 弟弟我也要咖啡. I also want coffee. Okay? If you're learning with a friend or your child right now, you can ask them like, hey, 你好, you, 你要水吗? 你要水吗? Do you want water? Your friend or child can say, 我要水. 我要水. You can say, 我也要水. Okay, I also want water. All right? And now Ding Li Bo finishes. He says, 好. So this 好, remember, 好 means okay, or I'm okay. 好 just means okay, sure, kind of like sure. Like, hey, can you give me that? 好, okay. 好，我们都喝咖啡. All right, guys, let's go down a bit. Let me make this smaller. And let's take a look. We're definitely not going to go on to 3 today because I've been teaching a lot today. My throat is tired. And you should not be going on to 3 right now anyways. You want to master 2. Very important to get the foundations. All right, let's take a look. So these are new words. Kind of like we learn the story, and then there's usually another story. So each lesson has 2 stories. All right, so these new words here. Noun, verb, noun, noun, pronoun, verb, proper noun. All right, 哥哥, 哥哥, 哥哥 means big brother, elder brother. 哥哥 is big brother. Little brother, 弟弟. 哥哥, 弟弟. 哥哥, 弟弟. All right, the word 要, very important. You must learn this one. 要 means I want. 我要. 我要. 你要吗? Do you want? All right, cafe. First tone. Ka, ka, ma, ka. Cafe, cafe. All right, number 4 is Didi, little brother. Remember earlier, guys, we learned mun, M-E-N. This character here, mun, means the plural form. So 我 means I, mun, I, the plural form of I, that just means us or we. So my friend water bottle here, hey, 你好, 我们要喝水. 我们都要喝水. We both want to drink water. Okay? 我们 here 喝. Sorry, first tone. 喝. This is funny. My grade 7 students do this often. It's basically how you sarcastically laugh at a joke when it's bad. So if I say something like silly, my students will be like, 呵. It just means like they're laughing in a sarcastic manner. And right here we've got a proper noun, ding. This is super common. So this book is good in the sense that the names they use contain characters, the Chinese writings, the characters, very common everyday words that again are foundational. So I really like this book. All right, so let's look at notes 2. All right, and 你爸爸妈妈好吗? Your mom, your dad, and mom, are they okay? I don't know if baba mama is more of like a Chinese grammar, because like I said, it's like sexist in that way. But I always say 你妈妈爸爸好吗? So just do what you do. You don't ever need to change yourself for a different language or, in a sense, culture. But just be you. Don't conform to what the book says. So if you care about your mom more, just say mom and dad. Like in English, you would never say dad and mom. Anyway, sorry. 你爸爸, your dad. 你妈妈, your mom. 你男朋友, your male boyfriend. Alright, this one is a bit of grammar. Take a look here, part 2. 他们都很好. So guys, 他们 means they. This are, there's no word in Chinese that means are. So they, both, very good. 他们, they, 都, both, 很好. They are both very fine. Okay? So I know in English we wouldn't really say both in that sense. We would just say they're fine. But in Chinese you must have this do, ou, o. Really just the letter o. O, da, o, do. 他们都很好. Alright, and 3. 你要咖啡吗? Do you want coffee? Right here there's a note. It's a sentence pattern commonly used when asking what others want. 你要. Oh yeah. So it's saying here like you, 你要, blah blah ma. So if you're with your friend or your kid, get some items that you've learned on your own already, like toy, ball, water, phone. Ask your boy, ask your kid, ask your friend. 你要水吗? 你要水吗? Do you want the water? They would reply with 我不要. 不, remember, means no. 我不要. Or 我要. I know I haven't taught you the word yes yet, but right now you don't really need it for grammar's sake. It's just like I want or I don't want. Okay? Alright, 我要喝咖啡. 我们都喝咖啡. Alright, here's some more pronunciation drills. I'm only going to do these for probably the first 3 or 4 parts because hopefully you can master it on your own. But I understand this is the very beginning, so I'm here to help, okay? Alright, so we've got the E. Remember, E makes da. First tone. Da, do, da, on, da, ang. Oh, sorry, let me look up here first. The initials. D. I'm just going to write them here with an A, okay? To help you guys out. So, D-A, T-A, G-A, K-A, F-A. So remember, A makes A makes ah. So da, ta, ga, ta, fa. Okay? So those are the initials. Practice those a few times, okay? Alright, now we've got the finals, basically the consonants. I-E, consonants. E-I, O-U, A-N, A-N-G, E-N-G, I-A-O, and I-O-U. What? I don't... What? Alright. I-O-U. I-O-U. Alright, let's take a look at those, okay? So, let's see. E-I, A. It just makes, like, literally an A sound. A. So, a word that would go with that would be like g-a, gay, like someone is homosexual. G-a, gay. Third tone. Here's the word, and it means to give. 我给你水. I give you water, okay? Alright, O-U, I'll put a D with it. Do. Okay, and that means both. We've learned that up there. A-N. Let's do this word, guys. P-A-N. Pawn. And that means pawn. Let's just add a G. Ong, paong, pong. That means fat. A-N-G. The A-N and the A-N are kind of the same. Pawn, and A-N-G. Let's do T-A-N-G. Ta-ong, tong. And it's cool. You guys can see here on my keyboard. 2 shows a bowl of soup. So this one means soup. 5 shows a candy. So 4 is candy. Tong. Alright, let's look at that E-N-G. I'm going to delete just so I have more space. Alright, let's look at that E-N-G. Ung. And I'll write my girlfriend's name here. T-E-N-G. Ta-ung, tongue. Okay? I-A-O. Here's a good one. P, E-ow. Piao. So I-A-O makes an E-ow. Pa-eow. Piao. And piao means like a ticket of some sort. Like a ticket. I-O-U. That must be some weird grammar point or something. That's not used. I don't know why that's in the book. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it has the I-U after it. Alright. So it's more commonly used as I-U. So this one, it makes an E-O sound. E-O. So remember, the other one, maybe you're confused right now. The other one makes a I-A-O, makes an E-ow. Piao. This one would be like a P-O. Piao. Piao and P-O. Literally just like P and O. P-O. Alright, guys. And you might have heard me say that. Yeah. 哎呀. It means a frustration sound, and I don't do that just to be funny. If you live in China long enough, you'll be like, 哎呀. Alright, so here's some more of the first tone things, okay? So let's take a look here. EI makes an A sound. We've learned that before, A. So, ba, A, be, ban, bung, biao, eow, yow, biao. Alright, EI, pa, A, pe. Sorry guys, I'll go from up to down. I think that would make more sense. So, be, pe, fe, hey. Alright, so that's A. Alright, the AN makes the on, like I'm on the table, on. But on, bon, pon, pon, fon, hon. I hate first tone. Alright, ENG makes ung. Remember, E makes an sound, umbrella, U. Ba-ung, bung, pung, fung, hung. And the IAO makes the E-ow, yow. Okay? Biao, piao. The IU, EO. Wait, dio. Yeah, dio. And this one, neo. That means cow. So milk is actually nio na. Okay? So this one, dio. This means to lose something. So the Asian expression, lose face, like, you embarrass yourself. 我丢人. I lose face. 丢人. I lose face. I used that word once, and every Chinese person around me was like, you say that in English too? And I'm like, I don't think so. I just learned it from you guys. Alright, the 4 tones, I'm going to let you guys handle that right now, okay? So remember, ah. Alright, and let's see. Tone sound discrimination. This one's easy. You would just pay attention to the beginning. Da and ta. Ka and ga. It's really easy. Tone discrimination. This one. Da. To. Yo. Y-O-U. It looks just like the English word you. It means yo. Remember, O-U makes O. Yo. Yo is a very big word. This one with the 3rd tone. Yo. Let me write it for you guys. Yo. 3rd tone. And that means to have something. Something that's going to make you feel frustrated all the time. If you go to China, they're going to be saying 没有. Well, 没有 means I don't have. Don't have or cannot. So earlier I told you that bu actually means no, right? You cannot say 不yo in Chinese. Well, 不yo, it's like, what? That's really weird. I don't know why. It's just a grammar thing. 没有. Interesting story if anyone is still watching. I was actually sick for the class where we learned about 没有. You've noticed right now we haven't learned it yet, right? So I was sick for the class of 没有, but I knew that 不 means no and 有 means have. So my teacher asked me, like, 你有水吗? 你有水吗? Do you have water? And I said, 我不有水. Everyone in the class laughed at me. And I was like, what? 不 means no, 有 means have. I don't have, no have. 我不有. That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Alright, so anyways, 没, just like the month. 没, 我没有. 我没有. Alright, guys. This is really fun. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Seriously, this is nice. I like to spend time doing this. And here we're talking about the neutral tone. Neutral tone, also called the 5th tone. Okay? Neutral tone. I don't know what it wants you to do right there with that, though. Practice your dissyllabic words. Dissyllabic. So guys, anyways, you can just learn all these words even if you're not into the drills after the main 2 stories. Again, I would always just do the first 2 stories a lot, wouldn't pay attention to the drills. But you can look at all these words and learn a lot of vocabulary. These are not like must-know vocabulary. The only vocabulary that you must know is in those 2 stories that we did quite heavily, okay? So these are all supplementary. They're going to come up later, but they're supplementary for the moment. Supplementary meaning just extra. I'll say them for you because these are all useful words. 饮料 饮料 means drinks. So, you know, 水 means water. Down here, you'll see 可乐 means cola, Coke, any bubble drink. So, 饮料 here really means anything that's not water, not cola, and not beer. So, juice. Is it juice? Really, it's just drinks in that kind of sense. Yeah. Remember, E makes us sound. Yeah. That means grandpa. And this is so frustrating. In Chinese, your mom's parents and your dad's parents have different names. Like fraternal grandmother, paternal grandmother. They have different names for that. We're not going to get into that now. But yeah means your dad's dad. 可乐 Coke. 我要 I want. 我要可乐. 妹妹 means your little sister. Han. This is another borrow word, a loan word. Cola, hamburger. 汉 hanbao. Hanbao. I always add another bao there. It's more cute. Hanbao bao. Hamburger. 发音 pronunciation. This is good for complimenting your friends in the beginning. You can say 你发音很好. Your pronunciation is very good. 你发音很好. The teacher would walk around the room saying that. Here's another nice word. 苹果. This 果 is a little hard. 果 苹果 means apple. It also means the Apple phone. So like 我要苹果手机. I want an Apple phone. And 黑板. Sometimes you can just kind of notice. Well, I guess you don't know this yet. But 黑 actually means black. Board means ban. 黑板 means blackboard. Whiteboard would be 白板, whiteboard. So right here, we've got the key sentences. Key sentences are always very important. And you'll notice they quit holding your hand little by little in this book. It makes it progressively harder. Let's see. Key sentences. 他们都很好. They both are very good. 他们都很好. Yes, I can do it with my eyes closed. 他们都很好. Okay, they are both really good. Number 2, a great word as well, sentence. 你忙吗? 你忙吗? Mang, busy. 你忙吗? Are you busy? 3, 我不忙. I'm not busy. 4, 你要. This means 要, okay? 要. Want. 你要咖啡吗? Do you want coffee? 我要咖啡. I would say 我不要咖啡. 我不要咖啡. 咖啡对你身体不好. 我不喜欢喝咖啡. 我喜欢喝水. Okay, coffee, guys. I know if you're still here, you're not gonna quit the video for me saying something stupid now. But guys, coffee is terrible for you. Do not drink coffee. Upon waking up, drink 1.5 liters of water. Like nearly half a gallon. At least a quarter gallon. Just get up and drink a gallon of water, okay? Alright, number 6. 我们. Remember, 们 means plural. 我 means I. Us, we. 我们都喝咖啡. We both drink coffee. Alright, greetings. I never did this part. You guys can do it. You can literally just screenshot it and do it. Okay, so this is more of the dialogue tree. Like, 你好. 你好吗? 我很好. 你忙吗? I'll just do that for you in an organic sense, okay? So here's a person, here's a person. 你好吗? How are you? 我很好. I'm good. 你忙吗? Are you busy? 我不忙. I'm not busy. 你忙呢? Okay, the na here replaces the ma. 你忙呢? Are you busy? 我不忙. Okay? Alright, so conversations. Alright, down here, phonetics. Let's see what it has to say. So guys, again, I'm teaching you how to speak. If it's not necessary, I'm not teaching it. Let me see what it says though. Neutral tone. So this is the 5th tone I keep talking about, and it's basically just no tone. You don't need to worry about this. Pronunciation key. Let's see. So it says here, F is pronounced similarly to its English counterpart. D, like T in stay. So guys, you can read this on your own. Aspirated, I'll give you a nice little tool. Aspirated means air comes out. You can put, and guys, this is all I learned in college. College is useless. You can put a piece of paper in front of your mouth. Like for example, fa. You'll notice a puff of air comes out. Fa. But then something like like la. Unaspirated. So we've got aspirated. Ta. La. No matter how loud you yell la at a piece of paper, it's not going to move. La. Ta. See? Again, that's not super necessary, but you can do it if you like. And right here, we've got some more grammar. We've got the subject. We're learning more now. This is important. These pronoun type things. All right, ni, ta, he, she, or he. This one is the boy ta, 我, and 他们. And here's the predicate. You can just add it on. 你好,他很忙, 我不忙. I'm not busy. 忙 means busy. 他们都很好. They are both very good. All right, guys, nice. We should be finishing up. Question. So this is just talking about the ma, how to do that. Remember, ma is the question mark. Sometimes I don't add the ma. I told you I've kind of gotten lazy because I'm pretty fluent. So I'll just say like 你要水. But I'll say it like with a tone that in English, like, do you want water? 你要水. So I'm actually, without the ma, it becomes a command, like, you want water. 你要水吗? 你要水. So you just don't be lazy until you get good. All right, ding. This is cool. It actually means nail, and this looks like a nail pretty much, right? Nail. Dao means knife. It kind of looks like certain knives I've seen in Asia, cleaver or something. Yo. Fourth tone. This just means again. Wait, yo. It used to mean the right hand. It doesn't mean that anymore, though. And this is a pretty important word right here. Da. Fourth tone. D-A. Da. Da. That just means big, and it's one of the easy ones to write. So I can even write that. So these are the strokes. You'll notice. So like stroke 1, stroke 2, stroke 3. I believe you always go from up to down, and I think left to right. But again, I'm not into the writing. I would always not do well at that. Here's some important words, though. I'm just covering the words. Ko, third tone. O, ko, means mouth. Ko. So it's really funny. You know the word mouth now. You know the word water now. Saliva actually means ko, mouth, water. Ko shui means saliva. Okay? This word here is nice. Earth, soil, dirt. This doesn't mean like planet Earth. This just means soil. Two. And it looks like some kind of mound or something. I'm not sure what that is. Leo. We'll learn numbers later. Leo just means 6. Boo. I don't want. 我不要. Ni. Getting a bit not useful now, so I'm going to continue. Let's see. Ma. So it's just saying that this character, I believe they're called radicals. Radicals. It's basically an element of a character. So you'll notice recurring radicals in characters. So this little thing we learned means mouth, ko. This isn't a lot of words. It's here. It's here. Then we've got ma, which is like means female or woman or something. So you'll notice that this ma is here too. But again, I'm not going to mess with this. Not important. Here's a cultural note. These are usually... Let me tell you about the cultural notes in this book. There's a part where it talks about Beijing opera, 京剧. 现在的年轻人都喜欢京剧. All the young people right now really love Beijing opera. The people that wrote this book are 50 years old and very out of touch with actual young people. Children do not like Beijing opera. So let's see what the cultural note says. Let's see. My throat's getting a bit sore. I'm not going to read this out loud. You guys can, though. Let's see. So yeah, right here it's talking about the simplified characters. Back in the day, even not that long ago, like 50 years ago, China basically became a powerhouse in the 80s and became modern after the Olympics. Everything in 2008 in China really started to develop. Property prices in Beijing, they're like 10,000 American dollars per square meter. So that's like 3 feet, square 3 feet. Everything after 2008 started to develop in China. But anyways, the People's Republic of China just means mainland China. That's China excluding Hong Kong and Taiwan and Macau. Don't tell them that though. But I personally do think that Taiwan is China, Hong Kong is China. But it's a whole mess. Just don't mention it, really. Alright, let's see. Alright, lesson 3, guys. You do not need to move on right now. I'm exhausted. I hope you enjoyed this video. There's no one watching at this point, I know. But probably tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to do lesson 3. We're just going to go with one lesson from now on. We're going to slow down. That's for your benefit. And if you like this video, I hope you did enjoy it. I've lived in China for 7 years. I learned Chinese from my students. I learned Chinese from every single person on the streets of Beijing. I learned it in school in a formal setting. I've learned it from my girlfriend. I've done hours and hours of reading online. I've listened to the videos. I watch movies in Chinese sometimes. If you guys can speak as well as me after a few videos, I'll be not as well as me. I just mean like if you guys can pick this up, you're doing really well. And it's funny, in China, if you can just say the most simple thing like 你好,我要学, everyone will like pick you up and put you on their shoulders and say you speak Chinese so well. It's kind of patronizing, but not a lot of Westerners, white people, non-Chinese do speak good Chinese. So don't get offended when Chinese people are like, wow, your Chinese is really good. They're not patronizing you. Or if they are, I still don't know it. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. My name's William. I'm trying to grow this channel quite a bit larger. I want to reach more people. So if you like and comment and subscribe, it'll increase the YouTube algorithm so I'm able to reach more people and help more people. Because right now, this year is terrible, you know, like Corona and everyone's separated from their families, unable to go to the movies, all of those terrible, terrible things. So I'm just trying to help people out right now. Maybe Corona's gonna finish and you'll be fluent in Chinese. How cool is that? Okay? Alright, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna let you go. Okay, bye-bye.